We're in the middle of building the interior of our sailboat in the biggest boat restoration project we have ever tackled. And believe me when I say, it's been tackling us.
What are you doing?
My feet hurt. Sorry.
But we feel like things are really turning around. It started when we called Sergio to work his magic, and he's been putting smiles on our faces since. Last week we tackled the structure and the cabinets in our galley, and this week we're getting to the good parts and finishing it all up. The galley, part 3. This is Luke, and I'm Lori. And if you want us to finish this boat already, help a girl out. Subscribe to our channel, like this video, and ring that bell.
It's a totally free way to keep the journey alive.
Today we'll be working on several things, starting with our gimbal induction stovetop nook, which has a lot of working parts to it. Therefore, we took it to the table to create a mock-up using scrap wood in order to test our ideas without destroying the piece that we just made. Our first order of business is to create an example of our lifting countertop that will be the upper portion of our stove's cabinet. We wanted to have a slot that would allow it to sit up vertically. To do this, we added a support in the back and a couple of pieces on the sides. We also cut this corner off so it wouldn't have a hard edge on the gimbal and provide enough clearance for it to rotate. A good swing is between 20 to 30 degrees. Any more than that, and you probably shouldn't be cooking. Now, follow me on this crazy idea I have. We have these extra index plungers that I wanted to use for this project. They have a springy, retractable pin inside. You'll see why that's useful in a bit. We also have these cabinet door latches to play with that snap together with a little tension ball on the inside. We have 2 ideas on how to attach this cabinet door. First idea is the KISS method. Using our little door latches, when we want to use the stove, we unclip the door and store it below. So boring, but so safe. The second option, and way more sexy one, is to use these little plungers to create a sliding built-in door. I'm obviously a little biased. Is this a good idea? We're really not sure.
And that brings us to our Portuguese phrase of the day. Did you know that? Phrase. Para que facilitar quando pode complicar? Do you want to translate that for them?
Why make it easy if you can make it complicated?
Why make it easy when you can make it complicated? It's our thing of the day.
So we're off. And we started by spending a decent amount of time brainstorming how we're gonna make our door slide using these pieces. Mainly, how are we gonna get these pins inside of the door? Very roughly, we glued the pins in a scrap piece of wood to find the right angle for them to rotate. Then we took apart our mock-up in order to create the grooves. We added our latches, a couple of supports for keeping the lower half of the door from sliding backwards.
Right?
And it appeared to work pretty well, despite needing some minor adjustments here and there. We just realized that we made a big mistake with our mock-up that wasn't accurate to the galley. This side of the groove in which our pin passes is fine because it lines up with this front part. But on the other side, this doesn't exist because this is actually a door. So we're gonna have to think of another way that this
groove ends before the end of piece of wood. That means we don't know how to line up our rotating door anymore. So back to the drawing board, I guess.
Also, our grooves in the plywood seem really fragile and could probably wear away over time. So we had to come up with a different solution. In the plywood walls, we decided to carve out a section where we could embed a piece of hardwood for the groove. Sergio put his assistant to work on this. To solve our hinge dilemma, we created a separate cart behind the door in which we could embed the index plungers and a couple of fixed pins. Then, using hidden cabinet hinges, we created our own downward-facing DIY pocket door slide.
Do you think it's gonna work?
Yeah, it's gonna work. I think so. I hope so.
Moment of truth. Okay, the guys look a little skeptical. Let's try that again. Sergio then created our final pieces with hardwood, and I wish I could show you the results, but we took it all apart to be laminated, so you'll have to wait till we put it all back together. We are not done yet. We have lots of important details to go to make this galley a working kitchen in our sailboat. Therefore, we took the second half out as well to tackle those hard to reach places. Starting from the bottom up, we fixed our kickboard. Then we installed a little something to take this galley to the next level. Our sink will have a manual foot pump. So yeah, washing dishes is guaranteed to be even more fun than it normally is. This pump was one of the few things we could salvage from our original boat, proving that there really once was a time when things were made to last. Unlike Luke's leg, which will probably need physical therapy after this. This has to be our favorite part. Not the unboxing part, but we have been working so long on structures in a sea of monotonous shades of brown wooden boxes, and it's really hard to imagine what it's going to look like in the end. That makes it so exciting to add these little details like the sink and see our ideas transforming into actual usable furniture.
Oh, que foi?
That is, when it actually works.
Dá uma calibrada aí. Try number 2. Nope. Try number 3.
Third time's a charm, they say. And it really is. We're going to be building our own Korean countertops later, so keep an eye out for that. The sink will be undermounted, so we need to lower the lip of it for it to sit level with the support structure. We've received a lot of questions on how you can participate more, so we created a way to do that on throne.com/Lahakai, where you can find our wish list. Now you could send Sergio a gift for doing an amazing job, or pitch in to get some of our dream items like a new sail with your name embroidered on it. The link is in the video description below. The build continues next week, and we've got some big changes coming up to our project, so stay tuned for that. We are really anxious to let you know what it is. And as always, thanks to all our patrons for your support. Without you, this channel would not be possible.